got a good matchup in store between the New York Mets and the Houston Astros. It's going to be a premier pitching matchup. Two of the league's hardest throwers go head-to-head next. Justin Verlander, a Virginia-born right-hander, gets the ball to start this one. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, it's hard to have all four of your pitches on, but I think if this guy can have 2 or 3 of his 4 pitches and have command of them, he's going to have a really good game.
Now at the plate, here is Luis Guillorme. He will lead this one off today.
Leading off the afternoon for the Mets, the second baseman, Luis Guillorme.
First pitch on its way.
First pitch, 1 o'clock.
The windup and the 0-1. Grounded back up the middle. A dive, but he can't knock it down. It's through for a base hit.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
So here's Brandon Nimmo. High in the air out to center field. Center fielder on the run. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning. And now a chance to meet the Mets. Danny, who stands out to you?
Well, Matt, I'm going to be paying close attention to Starling Marte. We all know he's just a great baseball player. He's one of the elite players in the game, and it's always a privilege to see him do his thing. Hopefully he does just that in this one.
Well, here is the outfielder to the plate now. He grounds it sharply to third. Altuve for 1. Over to Gurriel for an inning-ending double play. Looking solid through the first frame. Now the Astros will get their first opportunity. No score. Max Scherzer, the Missouri-born right-hander, gets the job of starting pitcher here. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, we're getting a look at a real competitive pitcher here. Career ERA in the low 3s, and that's not an easy thing to do in the day and age of small ballparks and guys swinging for the fences. Rock solid pitcher, does a lot of things well, and it'll be fun to watch him work in this one here today.
He'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1. Now the pitch. And this is popped up. Back behind second. Lindor will stay with it as he backs up and puts it away. 1 gone.
Batting second.
Time now for a quick look at the hometown Astros starting lineup. Who's the one to watch, Dan?
Yeah, I think Yordan Alvarez is certainly a guy we can be excited to see play. I mean, this guy is a career 300 hitter. You talk about consistent. He delivers a good at-bat and clutch hits basically every time he walks into the box. I love watching this guy.
And that'll bring up the former first-rounder Alex Bregman. 0-1 the count. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And it's quickly 0-2. And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. Ball 2.
What pitch recognition right there. 90% of the guys are going fishing after that nasty slider.
And it's fouled away. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone. Base is empty, 2 away, and digging in to bat next, the Cuban import Yuli Gurriel. Scherzer's ready. Here's the first pitch.
That's a ball. Oh, that's low.
Now the 2-0. Looked like he got fooled on the speed there. 2-2. Swing and a miss, and that's out number 3. Astros go down 1-2-3, and this is still a 0-0 ball game. All set for the start of the inning, and up steps the power bat of Pete Alonso.
Pete Alonso.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Hit the other way out toward right field. Chasing after it is Tucker, and he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out.
Time for a look at the Astros on D. And I want to focus on Jose Altuve. Pound for pound, the best player in Big League Baseball. A Gold Glove second baseman, he can do it all. 5 tools, the ability to turn a double play with the best of them.
J.D. Davis the next to bat. Grounded down the third baseline. Throw on to first, and Verlander's got it going here. 2 away. And definitely worth another look with our show track data. Great reaction from the hot corner to make the backhand stop, and then he unleashes that very strong throw while in the air all the way across the diamond. He's going to be smiling about that one. Eduardo Escobar standing in. Down the first baseline. Gurriel brings it in, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Down in order go the Mets. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Last half of the second set to go, and standing in is the DH, Yordan Alvarez.
The designated hitter, Yordan Alvarez.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Alvarez is a prolific power hitter, and you probably didn't need me to tell you that. Doesn't matter what kind of pitching he faces, there's a lot of pop in that bat. Swing and a miss for strike 1.
He got a swing and a miss on that last pitch, but that's not the location he wants to live in against a hitter of this quality.
Swing and a blooper down the right field line. Guillorme ranging into the outfield. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out.
Here's the defensive alignment for the New York Metropolitans. And let's take a look at Starling Marte, another one of those super athletic outfielders of the new regime. Ability to cover ground, can play multiple positions in the outfield and hit in the middle of the order.
Into the box now, Kyle Tucker. As Scherzer's able to move ahead of him with strike 1. Bottom of the second here with no score. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. A ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, guys, he's got so much respect for this guy's fastball. You could tell he was out in front on that slider. I think he goes to the well one more time with that pitch.
Swing and a miss as he ran that 2-seamer right by him for the second out.
Hate to be Captain Obvious here, but he looks great to begin this start. That's already 3 Ks for him in the first 5 hitters. It'd be awesome to see him keep up this pace.
So the bases are empty with 2 gone now. And striding in, the speedy second baseman, Jose Altuve. Scherzer gets the sign. Here comes the first pitch.
Ball, catch inside.
2 out, nobody on. Had him out in front there as he takes strike 1 on the circle change. 2 balls and a strike to Jose Altuve.
Going to need to make a little bit of an adjustment with his slider release and at least tempt the hitter that it's going to be a strike.
To 2-2 now.
That's not really where you want to miss right there. I know this guy has got power stuff, but you can't live in the middle of the plate against this lineup and expect to have success.
Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Fouled off. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And a half-hearted swing there as they tie him up inside for the 3rd strike, and the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Astros. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. Top of the 3rd set to get underway, and that'll bring up the left-handed bat of Dominic Smith.
Number 2, Dominic Smith.
First pitch on its way from Verlander.
That's out.
The 1-0. Hit softly down the line at first. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the 3rd.
Batting 8th, the shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
So next to bat will be Francisco Lindor. First pitch on its way. And a half-hearted swing there as he tried to go the other way, and it's strike 1.
The offense better get it going right here because they certainly can tell from their dugout this guy is carrying himself with a presence out on the mound. He's got feel for all his pitches.
That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. 3rd inning, no score to this point. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Able to protect the plate with 2 strikes, and he'll see another one. Another one sent foul. He pulls this one high and deep to right center field. But that'll stay in the park as it's off the wall. And he's in there at 3rd with a 1-out triple.
You'll see right there that this is a shot to right center, and the fielder can't cut it off. He was churning those legs on the base paths, making it to 3rd with a triple.
Into the box, Tomas Nido, as Verlander jumps ahead of him here with strike one. Set to deliver the 0-1. Lindor stands at third with one gone in the inning. Hit hard on the ground towards second. And there's a base hit as the runner will score from third, and that gives the Mets a 1-0 lead.
No, you try and execute a pitch, Dan. I'll leave you to answer that. But right there as a batter, you see the infield back, you take everything, all the variables into consideration. You're not trying to do too much. Anything on the ground that stays off the corners gets you an RBI. Now mix in the fact that it found the hole, and he's got a knock to go with it.
You know, it's so frustrating as a pitcher, D-Row. You think what you make is a good pitch, infield playing back, a ball is able to sneak through, a base hit and a run batted in. So close, but yet so far from getting out of that inning unscathed.
He singled to open up the ball game. Comes set with the 0-1. And they go right after him here as he swings and misses. Strike two. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. One there. Over to Gurriel for an inning in.
Leading up for the Astros, the center fielder,
First pitch of the AB on its way. Line towards center field. Marte is right there, one down.
Jumped all over that first pitch of the inning, and he didn't miss it. Just wasn't able to steer it in a direction that resulted in a leadoff hit.
Jason Castro, the catcher, is in, as he'll take a look at ball one. The 1-0. Misses for the second ball.
Not even close with the 1-0. He needs to get back in the zone, but be careful. Work the quadrants.
Got himself a 2-0 fastball there, but he couldn't connect. 2-1.
Hey, make no mistake about it. This lineup's going to have to get going and get a little bit more aggressive. This guy's pounding the zone.
A 2-2 count to the Astros catcher.
When a pitcher puts you in the proverbial rocking chair like he's doing right now, you have to take a deep breath. You can't start trying to guess along with him. Trust your fundamentals and stay on that fastball.
Here now the 2-2. He swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
You know what was really impressive to me about that strikeout? He fell behind 2-0 to start the at-bat. That's a pretty bad place to be, but then he kind of refocused himself and came right back with 3 quality pitches in a row to sit him down. That's not easy to do, but now his focus has to hone in on getting ahead on the next guy.
Batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike one. His guy's still looking at a 0 in the hit column. Scherzer's ready, coming at him with the 0-1. Chased a low ball there, and he's quickly down in the count 0-2.
Interested to see what the pitcher goes to now. After getting that late hack on the curveball, does he speed him up with some velocity?
Lays off that time, and it's 1-2.
You know he's probably cheating on that inside pitch after he got jammed earlier. If you're on the mound right now, you want to try to hit that outside corner, and there's a pretty good chance you'll get him to roll over something.
Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue.
Swing and a miss at a big breaking ball, and that's how the inning comes to an end.
Astros go down 1-2-3. They still trail 1-0. Digging in will be Brandon Nimmo. He'll be the one to greet Justin Verlander to start the inning. First pitch on its way from Verlander. Good changeup there to start it out from Verlander. It's strike one. And boy, this at-bat is not starting off well as he's behind 0-2 now.
Boy, that's a jam shot right there. That's as good as it gets, in my opinion. Woo! Up and in.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Altuve at second. Scooped up. Throw to first in time. One gone here in the fourth.
Now battle the center fielder, Starling Marte.
So one out and nobody aboard, and that'll bring up Starling Marte. First pitch on its way. Hit weakly back to the mound. And that's the second out.
The batter, the first baseman, Pete Alonso.
Next up for New York, Pete Alonso. He's 0 for 1 thus far. He's ready. Here's the first pitch. Grounded straight into the shift on the left side. On to the first baseman, Gurriel, and that will end the inning. Mets go down 1-2-3, but they're up 1-0.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
The left fielder, Michael Bradley.
Pitch on the way.
Ball, that's out.
Now the 1-0. Left side. And that's out number one.
The bat, third baseman, Alex Bregman.
One out, base is empty, and that'll bring up Alex Bregman. First pitch on its way. He takes something off there and had him way out in front for strike two.
Guess who tipped their hand? They were sitting all over a piece of cheese. He flew open on the front side.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Down and away. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Classic strikeout pitch right there on 0-2. It's the one we know he loves going to, but great recognition to lay off in that spot.
The 1-2. Astros still have yet to tally their first hit in this one. This is foul right side. passer up the middle. And there's the first hit of the game for Houston.
The first baseman, number 10,
Now the Cuban import Yuli Gurriel. He offers at it and hits it in the air to left. Smith is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first.
Up next to the Astros, the designated hitter, Yordan Alvarez.
Runner at first with 2 gone in the inning, and that'll bring up Yordan Alvarez. He's set, and the pitch, as Scherzer's able to move ahead of him with strike 1.
For most people, being down 0-1 would seem like a lot, but this guy is such a good hitter. He doesn't care going deep in the count. He's got runners on base. He has a game plan every time he comes to the plate. Let's see how this one plays out.
Scherzer comes set. Here's the pitch. Late decision to swing that time, and as a result, it's 0-2.
Oh, this is what you get fired up for right here. Hard fastball against a power hitter. I know he was late right there, but if he comes back...
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. 1 left for Houston. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score. Striding forward now is the DH, J.D. Davis. He's in to get things going here in inning number 5. First pitch on the way. Timing just to tick off there as this one's fouled off to the right. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. Into the windup and the pitch.
So you'd love for him to offer at that one, but the execution was flawless. Nice curveball that starts in the zone and breaks just out. Just a great take by the batter.
Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. So the leadoff man is aboard to start out the inning.
Dan, he took that right back at his face right there. Exactly what you're trying to do. Middle cut, though. Are you a little concerned?
Yeah, that's a case of a ball being right down the middle. As a pitcher, you want to work the corners and stay out of that middle part of the zone, and he paid for it right there with a solid base hit.
So here's Eduardo Escobar. A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. And, oh, he missed a home run by a matter of feet. It's off the wall. And they've really got something going here. Runners at second and third to start the inning.
Finally, they show some signs of life. These guys have been swinging the bats like they're underwater or something. But a single and a double, and now they've got runners on second and third. We'll see if they can cash them in.
So now to the plate, Dominic Smith hits it high and deep out to center field. And that is off the wall. The relay, and he's in there with a 2-run triple.
Yeah, when that left his bat, I thought it was out of here for a 3-run shot, but to his credit, he didn't hesitate or break into that home run trot. He busted it out of the box and was thinking triple all the way. Well done.
So here's Francisco Lindor now as he rips it on the ground to second. Altuve fields it cleanly. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score.
2 runs already home, and now you can make it 3. Good job right there of keeping it simple and putting the ball in play.
Next to hit, Tomas Nido. He delivered an RBI single in his last trip. Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. Line down the left field line. But this lands foul for the first strike. 3 runs already home here. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Now the 1-1 pitch. And he fouls this one off. One and two, here it comes.
I'll tell you right now, he let go of that one and he wanted to pull it back. That was a hanger, bad spot over the heart of the plate. He's lucky. He's lucky that's getting sent back to him.
Grounded slowly to the left side. He's got it. And boy, just about overshot his man at first, but he's able to keep a foot on the bag over there, and that's out number 2.
Not a lot you can do with that pitch. That fastball just ate him up inside and gets the soft grounder for the out.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Luis Guillorme. He's 1 for 2 in this one. First pitch coming. Here it is. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Weakly hit towards first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So they pick up 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and no one left. Last half of the 5th coming up. Mets out in front, 4-0. Striding in for Houston, Kyle Tucker. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
If you look at their win percentage or something like that right now, got to be honest, the odds are obviously stacked against them. But I'm looking for them to show me something right here. Maybe they get back in this game. Maybe they don't. But I want to see what kind of at-bats they put together. This is where you have to lock in as a team. Every guy has to go up to the plate and have a good, productive AB to get this team going.
Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. And he struck him out, and that's 8 strikeouts thus far.
Well, you can tell by their approach that they're going to go up there and try to be aggressive off this guy, but he's taking full advantage of that. He's pounding the zone with strikes, and right now we're seeing a lot of swings and misses and a lot of strikeouts and no walks either.
Here's the second baseman, Jose Altuve. As Scherzer's able to move ahead of him with strike 1. Altuve, just 5'6" tall and bats from the right side. He's an 11-year vet at the major league level, so he certainly put together a nice career in professional baseball. And he falls behind 0-2. No runs, just 1 hit. No errors in the ballgame for the Astros to this point. Fouled away. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Trying to send him packing for the second time. And he rings up another one. Make it 9 strikeouts for him in the game.
2 up, 2 down on strikes in this inning. He looks really sharp out there, guys.
In now, Chas McCormick. As he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. 2 outs already on the K this inning, so he'll be looking to do better. The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
Hey, offense needs to check itself right here. They need to make this starter a little bit more uncomfortable. 1 strike away from 5 shutout innings.
2 out, nobody on. And he will strike him out. 10 now in the ball game, and the inning is over. Pure dominance on the mound. Jake Odorizzi takes over to start the 6th inning on the mound. Stepping up is Brandon Nimmo, 0 for 2 with a fly ball and a ground out on his line to this point. First delivery to him. Now he spins on one here and drives it to deep right field. But that'll stay in the park as it's off the wall. And he is into second base with a leadoff double.
Sometimes when a reliever comes in the game, he wants to get that first strike so bad that he serves one up, and that's exactly what happens here. The first batter he faces just rockets one off the wall, and now he's got to worry about another base hit, potentially bringing home a run.
Digging in next will be Starling Marte as he drives a liner to right center. And that's into the gap and should be extra bases. This will kick up against the wall now. Tack on another here as the runner scores from second. Now a 5-0 lead.
Back-to-back doubles now, and that's a great way to get an inning going. The leadoff man shows him how it's done, and he comes right behind him following suit, lacing a double of his own. Could be a big inning if this continues.
So here's Pete Alonso. Swing, high drive, left field and deep. And the Mets just keep right on rolling as this is good for extra bases as well. He's in at second safely. As also on the play, a run comes across to score.
He was not messing around in that at-bat, looking for a first-pitch fastball all the way, and that's exactly what he got. Nice job to rip it down the line and drive in a run at the same time. He'll feel good about that one.
Standing in now, J.D. Davis, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1.
He struggled a bit coming out of the bullpen here, so he needed that strike. Maybe it settles him down a little bit.
Set to deliver the 0-1. Swinging a hard liner to center field. Boy, and the shellacking continues as this is down for extra bases. And the rout is officially underway. It is 7-0. So much of this game is situational hitting, guys. Nice job there.
Yeah, you've got to find a way to pick your teammates up when you're given the chance, and he doesn't try to do too much right here. He just takes what's there. Safely on second, and his buddy is high-fiving teammates in the dugout.
Ryan Stanek takes over on the mound here with nobody out in the 6th inning. At the plate now, Eduardo Escobar lifted down the line in left. But this is going to wind up a foul ball. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Oh and 1, here it comes. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Stanek is about as stingy as they come in terms of a bullpen arm. He's proven very difficult to hit, and it's a rarer thing still to see multiple hits against him.
Yeah, Matty V, and you wonder why it's so hard to score off of this guy. He's nearly impossible to get 3 or 4 hits in an inning to score a run. He keeps his walks per 9 innings really down, and you look at his hits per 9 innings pitch, it's no wonder why this guy's one of the top relievers in the game right now.
Usually you see chases outside the zone on off-speed stuff like sliders, breaking balls, and changeups. But to chase a fastball that far outside...
Oh, hang on now. This ball is deep down the line in right. It looks to have the distance, and it's fair, a home run. So a two-run homer down the line in right field as they've pushed this lead up to 9 now.
Yeah, and if you remember the previous pitch, he couldn't get around on a fastball and was mad at himself. Well, there's nothing to be mad about anymore unless you're the guy standing on the mound wondering what just happened.
The left fielder, number 2, Dominic.
Into the box now, Dominic Smith, as he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. Shoots this down the right field line. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
You never want to beat a pitcher that breaks a guy out of a slump, but this guy was too good. You knew it was a matter of time before he started barreling baseballs. That gives him a multi-hit game, and I'm sure he's feeling good about it.
And that'll bring in the switch-hitting Francisco Lindor, as he'll send the first one he sees on the ground to second. And indeed, he won't try to force it at second. He'll just flip on to first for the sure out.
Now batting, catcher, Tomas Nido.
Next for the Mets, Tomas Nido. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. James McCann will get a chance with a runner in scoring position here as he'll pinch hit now with 1 away. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And he'll quickly send a line drive to center field. But sadly for him, this will head straight to the center fielder as he puts it away without much trouble for the second out.
Now batting, second baseman, Luis Guillorme.
So now to the plate, Luis Guillorme. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Jeff McNeil will look to provide a little 2-out thunder off the bench as he'll hit with a runner at second and 2 away. First pitch of the AB on its way as he lifts it in the air to right field. Tucker waits on it. And that's the 3rd out. 9 men come to the plate, however. 5 of them score. We'll see 8, 9, and 1 due up in the bottom of inning number 6. It's the Mets 9 and the Astros nothing. James McCann will stay in the ballgame, taking over the catching duties behind the plate. Jeff McNeil will stay in the ballgame now as he comes on to play second here. So now here is Jason Castro. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
First pitch on its way. He'll start him with a breaking ball. Too low that time. It's ball 1. And, looked like ball 2 below the knees, but it's ruled a strike, and that evens the count at 1-1. Oh, they have him looking awfully confused up there right now. It's 1-2.
I know we want to focus on the offense and how bad they've been so far, but can we give some love to the pitcher? He has had these guys in the rocking chair all day.
Swing and a miss. 5 straight strikeouts now, and there's 1 gone.
Man, he is looking flat out unhittable on the mound right now. That's 5 straight punch-outs. I love it, but I think he might want to get his defense involved at some point so they don't fall asleep.
At the plate, Nico Goodrum. As he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. Looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. The windup and the 0-1.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on a superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has, nice pick.
And it's fouled away. Here's another 0-2. And he'll continue this roll he's on. Make it 6 strikeouts in a row. Gracious, 2 away.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
Here's Michael Brantley. A ball and no strikes. No hits to this point. Scherzer gets the sign. Here's the 1-0.
It's been more than 2 innings since this guy's allowed anyone to reach base. He looks pretty unbeatable on the bump right now.
He pulls this one into right. And that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1-for-3 game so far.
Well, the pitcher can't really worry about that one. I mean, it was only their second hit of the game, so he's doing a lot of things right. Let's see if he can leave him out there now.
And that'll bring up Alex Bregman as the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. High in the air out to center field. Marte is under it. He handles it easily, and the inning is over. 2-out double left stranded. On to the back third here this afternoon, and we've got it for you on the show. Seventh inning ready to roll, and ready to bat next, the Wyoming native Brandon Nimmo. First offering on its way. Line shot to first, and there's 1 away.
The center fielder, number 6, Starling Marte.
Next to hit is Starling Marte. It was an RBI double for him in his last turn to the plate.
Yeah, he did a great job to go down and get that one his last at bat. But I got to think they're going to pitch him up, maybe elevate something in the zone. Interested to see how he approaches this next AB.
Weekly hit to third. Barehanded pickup. He's up with it. The throw. And that's an incredible effort to get the second out of the inning.
The batter, the first baseman, Alonso.
And next will be the Mets cleanup hitter, Pete Alonso. Lifetime versus this arm. Not a big sample size, 0 for 1. Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. A bouncer to the left side. On to first, and they don't come any easier than that. A 3-pitch inning, and the side is retired. So a good bounce-back inning here after the 5-run outburst last time around. 7th inning stretch time here at the ballpark. The Mets lead this one 9-0. And now, Yuli Gurriel. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far.
The first baseman, Yuli Gurriel.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Good slider there, but laid off and called the ball low. And this one runs a little too far in. Ball 2. Popped up. Escobar is under it, looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Yordan Alvarez.
That'll bring up Yordan Alvarez. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. Here's the first pitch to him. Fastball in there for a called strike.
We're moving along into the later innings, and this guy's throwing over 60% of his first pitches for strikes. He'd like to do a little bit more, but so far, so good.
On to first, and Scherzer's on a roll now, 2 away.
The right fielder, number 30, Kyle Tucker.
Next up for the Astros, Kyle Tucker. He went down on strikes last time up.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one. And we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
Hangs on him a bit that time as it's belted out toward deep center field. And it's gone! So a solo shot here to left center field, and they're now on the board, though still well behind.
What a great feeling right there as he circles the pillows, finally able to get this offense potentially going with one swing of the bat, being shut out all game, but not anymore.
Up to the plate next will be Jose Altuve.
The second baseman.
As he takes a called strike at the knees, it's 0-1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Swing and a miss as he pulls the top hand over. It's 0-2.
The count doesn't mean much to this batter. He's all in. He's not concerned with striking out, so he's going to get his A swing off.
Back up the... Oh, no, that got him. Oh, and he overshoots his first baseman as it's over his head. And now, this ball's going to wind up out of play. And a big mistake there.
Looking at this one, it's obvious he should have just hung on to it instead of throwing it to first. As it is, I think they'll score a hit and an error, and he's in scoring position.
As he grounds one briskly to short. Throw to first with time to spare, and the side is retired. To the plate now is the designated hitter, J.D. Davis, for his career in this matchup. Small sample, a perfect 1 for 1. First pitch of the AB now. High in the air out towards shallow right. Tucker waits on it, makes the play, 1 away.
The batter, the third baseman, Eduardo Escobar.
Digging in, the switch hitter, Eduardo Escobar. He's 2 for 3 with a home run and a double. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Swing and a miss on the slider. 0-1. Now the Astros are going to get a left-hander up and cranking out in the bullpen. 1 out, nobody on. Hit sharply on the ground. There is Altuve. On to first, and he's breezing through the 8th here with 2 quick outs.
Now back, the left fielder, Dominic Smith.
So next to hit is Dominic Smith. So far 2 for 3 in this one. First pitch on the way. Now a fastball runs inside and drills him. Oh, that's gotta hurt.
And I'm sure that one stings a little bit. The best revenge he can get for his pain is to find a way to come around to score. We'll see if his guys can move him around the bases.
Into the box, Francisco Lindor. He grounded out last time up. First pitch on its way. And a little self-preservation down at first as he pulls that one in to end the inning. Mets strand 1, but they still hold a commanding 9-1 lead.
When I'm waking, I feel so dangerous when I become free.
So now into the box is Jason Castro, and he'll lead things off against Max Scherzer.
The catcher, Jason Castro.
Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. This one's flared down the right field line, and that'll get down for a base hit.
Check out the lefty as he absolutely jumps on that first pitch and hammers it to right. Got what he was looking for and put a good swing on it.
Carlos Carrasco is on to pitch here in the 8th with nobody out. Into the box, Nico Goodrum, as he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. He struck him out the 3rd time he's fanned in the game.
Boy, there's the perfect pitch right there, the straight changeup. He hadn't used it yet in this at-bat, and what does he do? He uses it, pulls the string, and gets the big strikeout.
So now to the plate, Michael Brantley. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Cold strike, 0-2. Tries to go the other way as this is in the air to left field. Smith will get there with ease as he puts it away for out number 2.
Now batting, the third baseman, Alex Bregman.
So 2 gone now in the Houston 8th, and that'll bring up the LSU product, Alex Bregman. First pitch coming, here it is. But pulled in at the hot corner, and that ends the inning. Astros leave one. They trail big. It's 9-1. Blake Taylor comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one. Ready now is James McCann. He'll be charged with trying to get on board leading off the ninth. First offering on its way. Hot shot towards the hole, and that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
Don't sleep on the bottom of the order right there. He broke out all ambush tactics. First pitch fastball, middle in, and he's able to drive that for a nice single.
So here's Jeff McNeil as it's on the ground toward the hole, and that's through for a base hit, make him 1 for 2 in this one.
Sometimes this game doesn't make sense right there. He's out on his front side, his butt's in the dugout, and he's still able to roll it through for a knock. Pitcher has to be frustrated.
And here's the former first-round draft choice, Brandon Nimmo. Altuve has it. There's one. On to first, and they turn the double play.
Well, there's the pitcher's best friend right there. The inning was off to a rough start, right? But nothing changes that like a good old 2-ball. We'll see if they can strand the runner at third now.
Here's Starling Marte. Hit back up the middle. And that is through into center field, a base hit. They'll cash in here as the run is in to score from third. When we looked at this game on paper before it started, I don't think any of us thought it would go down like this.
Yeah, Matt, hard to stay focused on the game when the score is this far out of hand, especially when you're on the losing side of it. Even as broadcasters, it can be a little bit challenging to stay fully dialed in.
Up next, the power bat of Pete Alonso. Grounded up the first baseline. He's got 1 hit in 4 at-bats. Here's a look over to first, and the runner back in standing. The 0-1 on its way. Fouled off. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. And he fouls this one off. Marte is off at first with 2 away. Throw over to the bag, and he'll get back in standing. The next 0-2. Fouled away. Now a move over to first, back in standing. Swing and a hot shot toward third, and that gets down, and we'll see if that's extra bases. Marte rounds third and is digging for the plate, and a relay home, and not in time as the run scores.
I'll tell you, they're posting video game numbers here. I mean, that's their 11th run of the game, and they're showing no signs of slowing down. Just an absolute onslaught from this offense.
Hector Neris enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is. To the plate now, J.D. Davis. To the left side, but it's well foul. He's got 2 hits in 4 at-bats. High fly ball out to straightaway center. McCormick able to track it down for the 3rd out. So 2 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. Heart of the order, 3, 4, and 5 will get their shot in the bottom of the 9th. The Mets are out on top, 11-1. So here's Yuli Gurriel starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
First pitch on its way down the 3rd baseline, but a foul ball here, 0-1. Takes this the other way to right. And a base hit, so early trouble to lead off the inning.
I know the score's out of hand right here, but I've never met a big league ball player that's going to give away an at-bat in any game ever. Nice piece of hitting right there, staying within yourself and grabbing you a knock.
At the plate now, Yordan Alvarez, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Outside for a ball, 1-1.
That's not a bad pitch right there. That 2-seamer moving away from a left-handed hitter. Didn't get the strike, but I like the idea behind the pitch.
Wow, this one bounces off the pitcher. No chance to make the play. Let's just hope he's okay on the mound. And time now to see quite where that got him. And it appeared from up here at least, and his actions on the field confirm it. It looked like it got him on his drive leg, which could be problematic, of course, for him. But from the way he's trying to walk it off, I think he's going to try to continue. Standing in now, Kyle Tucker, as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike 1. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. That's taken for a ball, and it's 1-1 now to the Astros right fielder. Here's a foul ball left side, and that'll move it to 1-2. Got him. And that's the 3rd time we've written a K next to his name in this one.
It's been a rough game for him at the plate. Couldn't get the bat off his shoulder right there, and he struck out twice before that one. So he's going to have a lot to think about when he leaves the ballpark tonight.
In now, Jose Altuve, as he'll watch one miss down and in for a ball, 1-0. Now.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be really aggressive. With 2 guys already on, pretty good shot. He's going to get a challenge pitch right here.
Two and one after the foul ball there.
You can really tell they're trying to keep the ball in on this big slugger right here.
Is that an effort to keep him from getting extended, do you think?
Yeah, I think that's the idea, Matt. But he might spin to win if he starts looking for it in there.
Now Altuve connects. Deep left field. Left fielder looking up. Gone! So a 3-run blast to straightaway left, but they still face a 7-run deficit.
Yeah, all things considered, it's been a day to forget for them. So this homer will be a welcome to everyone in that dugout. Maybe this gives them a little momentum going into the next game.
Up next to the Astros, the center fielder,
At the plate, Chas McCormick. As he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. A 1 pitch on its way. Swing and a miss, and he's in the hole 0-2 now.
He's going to have to figure out a way to get out of the middle of the plate. Just gave up a big bomb right there, and now he's missing right down the heart of the plate again. Could spell trouble for him.
And another foul ball. Still only 1 out in the inning. Now another 0-2. He'll try to hold back, but he won't be able to, as that's ruled a swing, and there are 2 away now.
I think that's one of the toughest calls for an umpire to make. The check swing appeal, hitters rarely feel like they went, and I don't think he likes getting rung up there by the first base umpire. But looking at it, it's hard to say for sure that he didn't go around.
As he'll try to hold back on the swing, but he went around for the first strike. One and 1 to Jason Castro. One and 2 now as that one's fouled off. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Last strike now for Houston. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Hey, a nice win, and man, was the offense explosive. They gave up a few runs, but they had more than enough firepower to blow this one open.
11-4 at the end of this affair. The Mets posted 11 runs on the scoreboard when it was all said and done. Max Scherzer takes home the win. So that will wrap things up. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our whole crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, head to the
The final line score for this afternoon's ball game. For the victorious New York Mets, 11 runs, 16 hits, 1 error. They left 5 men on base. For the Astros, 4 runs on 8 hits, no errors. They left 4 men on base. The winning pitcher is Max Scherzer. The loss goes to Justin Verlander. Time for the ball game, 4 hours and 17 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.
Everybody's gonna